Hi, I'm Michelle Sterling for Friends of Science Society, and I have good news for Greta. At the World Economic Forum, Davos 2020, Greta Thunberg gave an opening speech berating the adults in the room for not doing enough on climate and claiming there will be climate chaos for her generation. Fortunately, CLINTEL, the climate intelligence group of over 800 international scientists and professionals, has good news for Greta. There's no climate emergency, and CLINTEL issued a letter to the World Economic Forum and a new climate science essay to help people understand what's gone wrong. Greta thinks the world is burning up due to climate change and claims that we don't have time, but CLINTEL shows the facts to prove that the world's climate is fine and that we do have time, lots of it, and we should make careful decisions, not impulsive ones. So, how can there be such disparity, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. Those claiming that our house is on fire are referring to misleading computer models, simulations, and projected scenarios of the future that do not reflect reality. Two green billionaires financed very influential reports that used the most extreme and least likely emissions trajectory, what's called RCP 8.5, to scare people into compliance on climate to suit their commercial interests. But that scenario is the least likely. But the Risky Business report was carefully integrated into science and business forums, and that flawed thinking, that's what's driving Greta's fears. The new CLINTEL science essay explains that we must stop using these misleading climate models, these computer simulations, to set climate policy. CLINTEL and its global supporters say that preaching doom and gloom is a crime against the younger generation. The CLINTEL group, led by Dr. Guus Berkhout, asked people to look at the evidence and see how climate has natural cycles of warming and cooling and how we're pretty well presently within the range of past warming cycles. It has warmed up in the past 150 years because, as in past cycles, we were leaving the little ice age. So it's a crime to tell children that our house is on fire when that warming has been beneficial to humanity. It's a crime to make children feel guilty for being alive or that they won't live long. And it's a crime to have children berate their parents with demands such as Greta's, when they should be very grateful to their parents and grandparents for giving them a comfortable, good life, a life that's continuously improving for people around the world. You don't believe me? Read Factfulness. Swedish author Hans Rosling and family compiled the surprising facts that show that life for everyone is getting better all the time. We have so much to be grateful for, to be hopeful and optimistic about tomorrow. Ironically, Rosling reports that he met Al Gore in 2009, and Al Gore said to him, "We need to create fear to push climate change." It's right here in the book, to which Rosling strongly disagreed. Rosling reported how fear had made him make terrible mistakes in his career as a doctor and public health specialist. Rosling wrote that fear plus urgency leads to stupid, drastic decisions with unpredictable side effects. But Greta opened the Davos Forum with "Our house is on fire," and Al Gore closed it by claiming there's a climate crisis, comparing it to historic battles like Dunkirk, the Battle of the Bulge, and even 9/11. Nothing but fear-mongering and urgency from those two, and that will lead to stupid, drastic decisions with unpredictable side effects. That's what CLINTEL wants society to avoid. There's no climate emergency. Look at the facts and evidence presented by CLINTEL and think about it. Greta, our children and grandchildren should not be angry. They should be thankful to their parents and grandparents because they do love their children above all else. And Al Gore, stop saying there's a climate crisis. Stop scaring people. Reality shows that there's no climate emergency. So let's not jump to conclusions and make bad climate policies based on fear, greed, and faulty computer simulations. Read the new CLINTEL plain language science essay and letter. Share this good news for Greta information with your friends and help us continue open civil debate on climate and energy policies. Please donate to fund our videos and reports. For Friends of Science Society, I'm Michelle Sterling.